parts of Ladysmith in KwaZulu-Natal have been flooded again following heavy rains this week. This after Christmas Eve floods claimed the lives of 25 people. KwaZulu-Natal Department of Cooperative Governance spokesperson Siboniso Mngadi says parts of the town centre have been flooded, including the N11 running through the town that has been closed. SABC News reporter Jade Paulse joins us live now with the very latest. Jade, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Now, of course, you know, these latest rains come after the devastation that we saw in KwaZulu-Natal, where more than 30 people were killed. And of course, we saw that in parts of Ladysmith, a lot of damage was made by those flash floods on Christmas Eve and again New Year's Eve. Just talk to us about what's happening now in terms of the latest floods.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Unati, and to the viewers back at home. And fortunately, the sun is shining. When we arrived this morning, it was still raining quite heavily. We spoke to business owners on the Lyle Street precinct, which really trended on social media. If you were following the Ladysmith floods, you would have seen some of those clips coming out with people navigating through very high waters, 4-meter high waters. But fortunately, the sun is shining. And lady, I must also make mention that there has been no casualties this time. 10 days ago, we did see over 30 people lose their lives with the flash flood as that Klip River overflooded and many of them were washed away. Very, very painful to speak to some of the family members and community members. But where we are right now, 100 people are being housed. They were evacuated on Monday night when the flash floods occurred, and they are being housed here. So I'm going to try and speak to some of the community members who managed to evade the floods. I have with me Tembi Modise. Thank you so much for joining us, Mam Tembi. If you can just talk to us about where you were on Monday evening and how you came to be sheltered here.
On Monday evening, I was at home. By 11 o'clock, the floods came in my room. So we were not prepared about the floods. So, but when he came so fast in the room. So in that time, we were supposed to come out. So we came here in the indoor sports center. Yes. And the first person who came here to help us is Alimdad. They help us about the blankets. Yes. So, and we wait for tomorrow. And tomorrow they came and help us for food. So that's why we came for the floods. Okay. Yes.
Tembi, I'll let you go because I can see you have a baby there. So thank you so much for talking to us. They're one of the community members that evaded that flash floods. But she speaks about the Alimdad Foundation. They've really been hands on deck with assisting community members. And with me right now, I do have someone from the Alimdad Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us, Abed. Karim, if we can just go back to the floods. We've seen every single year, January, there seems to be flash floods happening in KwaZulu-Natal. And just 10 days ago, we saw 30 people lose their lives. You're one of the foundations alongside the Red Cross that have really rolled up your sleeves and assisted. If we can just go back to Monday evening.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to our viewers out there. And like you rightfully said, that Ladysmith has been flooded all the time, and I will take this opportunity to ask the entirety of South Africa, pray for Ladysmith and pray for all the other areas in our country, because prayer is important to avert these type of disasters, though it is something that we cannot really, hold back. But having said that, Alimdad Foundation Monday night, we were activated by the local disaster management here in the local municipality of Ladysmith. But on my way from Escort on Monday night, it was pouring on that road from Escort right up to Ladysmith. This rain continued for about 3 to 4 hours. Now, if you know the scenario here in Ladysmith, the Klip River flows through the town.
Yeah.
And this has been, I've been personally involved in 16 floods staying in Forbes Street, where all these people that are housed here at the indoor are in Lyle Street, Forbes Street, King Street, all these areas, which is the low-lying area of Ladysmith more specifically, giving a bit of a background. So came Monday night, we were activated about 9 o'clock for disaster management. Say, listen, we have to be on standby. There is going to be flooding on the low-lying areas. The water level in the river at that time, I remember, was 7.2. they had mentioned to us. And if it gets any more than that, it could be a matter of evacuation. But the local disaster was very active and said, let's start moving people out. So the Alim Dar Foundation, with the disaster management teams, we started assisting in evacuating all these people that you see around here, and we brought them into the indoor hall. Of course, there was a need, and as you can see in the hall, it's hard floor. There are ladies here who are pregnant. When we evacuated a few of the residents of the area, ladies were also expecting. One lady was still carrying another baby in her hand, and we had to help. And of course, the humanity comes in that you got to help, and we brought all of them over here. So what has happened now is that the Alim Dar Foundation, and as you mentioned, other NGOs, other actors have got involved, and they have started helping. But we only finished on Monday at 3 o'clock in the morning because we were called from Stedville, they were called from Matiwan. We need blankets, we need this, people's homes are flooded. So with the limited resources we had at that point in the morning, we couldn't do very much. But obviously, first flight next morning, the Alim Dar team, disaster teams were on the ground, and we went out and started helping with mattresses, blankets, hygiene pack, food, and of course, diapers for the children. Not forgetting food for the children, their cereals and so forth. So we brought in all that, even baby blankets, and we came and assisted out this community. So we're going to continue now. The question will be, what happens to all these people? Where are they going to go? Well, being Alim Dar Foundation and helping this community for the last, I don't know how many floods we've been with it, they will all hopefully go back when it is declared safe to go there. Yes, you have seen yourself, all the water from the road has all now gone back into the river because that was all your, storm damage waters that needed to go back into the river, because the water right now, from what I'm understanding, is about 6.1, 6.2. So it's lower, so this storm water can get out. So when the people get back home, obviously first thing is mopping up, trying to come to terms with all the food they lost, their clothing, all those. Some of them are here for two days with the same clothes on. So the Alim Dar Foundation will continue helping them with hot food for the next 3-4 days till they at least get back on their feet, because when you're cleaning and washing, you are hungry. The children, the small babies over here that are hungry. So we will try and do the support for the next 2-3 days and help this community of ours here in Ladysmith.
Thank you so much, Abid, for talking to us. That was Abid Karim from the Alim Dar Foundation, who's really been assisting the community members here. I am told that he was one of the first people that the community members called when the flash floods occurred. But if we look at the town of Ladysmith, Mngadi, it was built in 1850. It's actually built on a floodplain. And earlier on, I got to speak to the MEC of Cooperative, Bongiwe Sithole Malloy, who said that she has approached national government. They needed about R1 billion to fix the ailing infrastructure, to also make sure that the stormwater pipes are sorted. And there's a lot of other issues that the town also needs. They did acquire 23 million rand, but that is just not enough. So the MEC is saying that she will go back to National Treasury to find out if Ladysmith in fact can be assisted with more funding to ensure that such natural disasters does not affect those community members who reside along the town. It's back to you in studio.